US lawmakers are hell-bent on getting rid of TikTok. A potential ban is back on the table after the US House of Representatives passed a measure that would force TikTok's Chinese owner, ByteDance, into selling its controlling stake. If the app fails to change hands within 6 months after the bill is passed, then TikTok would be blocked for its staggering 170 million US users, the most anywhere in the world.
The legislation did not ban TikTok. It's simply a divestiture of TikTok so that this social media platform can be owned by an American company that would protect the data and the privacy of the American consumer from malignant foreign interests like the Chinese Communist Party.
While supporters of the bill stress that this isn't simply a ban on the app, TikTok certainly thinks so.
This legislation, if signed into law, will lead to a ban of TikTok in the United States. Even the bill sponsors admit that that's their goal. This bill gives more power to a handful of other social media companies. It will also take billions of dollars out of the pockets of creators and small businesses. It will put more than 300,000 American jobs at risk, and it will take away your TikTok.
TikTokers are not happy about being forced onto other platforms like Meta's Instagram. Many believe the American tech giant could easily become a monopoly on vertical videos if its main competitor is left out of the picture. Even former President Donald Trump, who initially tried to ban the app back in 2020, agrees. Meanwhile, the public is looking for clarity beyond the blanket national security response.
I don't think they've been open and transparent enough with people because the users and 170 million people use it. I don't think 95% of them know why it's being banned. I don't think it's clear enough, and it's been different states have tried to ban it and they're basically just saying China. They're not saying the actual reasons and maybe data. I think there's a wider question there of how many of these internet companies own your data and not just TikTok.
Despite China and the company's denials of Beijing's involvement in the app, inquiries into TikTok's data security are not unfounded. The app collects an extensive amount of information from its users. Personal details, approximate location, IP addresses and device type, what the user does while they're on the app, and information on linked social media accounts are all standard data most platforms get from their users. What's concerning about TikTok's case is that depending on the permissions given, it can access your exact location and data from other apps, such as messages and whatever you've copied on your clipboard. As a Beijing-based company, ByteDance is required to hand over any personal data relevant to the country's national security to China. Like many other countries worldwide, the US banned the app on government devices last year. You'd think that would limit the number of US officials active on the app. But even President Biden, who supports a ban, is running his re-election campaign on Gen Z's favorite platform. The bill needs to pass through the Senate floor and Biden's desk before kicking TikTok out of the US. Such a move would be very unpopular with younger voters. Over 60% of Americans under 30 actively use TikTok. Some have already started criticizing their representatives for approving the measure, after a notification from the app urged them to do so.
So I would just like Congresswoman Miller to know that if she does vote yes, I will not be voting for her in the primaries.
With the president not polling favorably among young voters, the Biden campaign may not want to risk losing even more of the youth vote.